How about now? Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? How are you feeling today? That's right, I got something where I just have to switch the sound over, so hopefully you guys could enjoy that for just 1 second. Cheers! Cheers! Good morning. Good morning. Oh, so good to be here. So good to see you guys. So happy right now just to be alive, just to have all of the things that we've been, habla inglés, no habla inglés, all the things that we've been working for, all the things that are happening, guys. Wait, that doesn't work. Can you guys hear that? How are you guys feeling today? Oh my goodness, it is so good just to be here, just to have you guys here with me. Cheers. I really appreciate you guys. I just kind of like, you ever just wake up from a fog and you're just like, oh my goodness, like, whoa. We're always so focused on the short term. We're always so focused on like what's going to happen today. Oh, we're going to hit 589 today or tomorrow. But I really just woke up. I woke up, not really even I was sleeping, but just like I woke up yesterday. I was watching something with the news. I was watching something about, what was I even watching? Oh, it was just something about the economy and something about the overpopulation and just like so many things that just sounded like all this bad news piling up. I just realized like we are so fortunate. We are so fortunate to be part of this conversation, to be part of this movement, to be part of this paradigm shift, and to be able to be open to this change. Such a huge thing, so important, and there's so many people that are going to get left behind, even if we're battling back and forth inside of our little camps about petty stuff. There's still the real possibility that people that are not, if we're in a little squip with each other or something, at least we're here. At least we get to benefit from being part of the conversation. I just realized we're so fortunate. I'm so fortunate to have you guys here supporting the stream. We're all fortunate to have each other here to learn from and to grow. It's so good. It feels so good. Oh man, cheers. Let's say hey to the room. Let's say hey to everybody. How are you feeling today? It's literally the last day of the year. Literally the last day of the year. Happy New Year's to you all. Hope you guys are feeling well. Hope you guys are doing the thing. It's good. It's a good feeling just to be alive, just to realize that we're capable, able-bodied. The sun is still the perfect distance from the earth. It's kind of nice in Austin today, actually. It's a little bit like sunny and warm-ish for winter, for December 31st. So many things to be appreciative of. Man, it is a good day to be alive. And there's some interesting stuff in the news. There's this like Barclays joins the CLS blockchain that came out a few days ago. It's a little bit old, but I just saw the picture of the phoenix on there. Maybe it's an eagle, maybe it's a hawk, but it could be a phoenix. It literally could be the phoenix. Dun 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 dun. I haven't even pulled up CoinMarketCap, so I have no idea what's going on. Honestly, whenever I logged off yesterday, I just went straight to grinding. I had a bunch of stuff to do, had stuff to move, things to clean. So I haven't seen anything. Well, it looks like XRP is down 3% in the 24 hours to 35 cents. 35 cents. Oh! And let's go check out some candles. See what them candles are doing today. Yo, what's going on? You like live coin watch? Yeah, let's do live coin watch. I don't care. Trade Pro. Let's go to Trade Pro. Happy New Year's, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to join the conversation. Throw some chats up. Say what's up. Let's see. We're in the mountains right now, so we're just kicking it in the mountains for a second. I'm gonna wait for a minute. Maybe we'll say hi to some people. How are you guys feeling today? Ugh. I haven't had my coffee, so I'm gonna have a few yawns kicking out of me. I just saw Jack Levy's comment. Live Coin Watch and CoinMarketCap suck. It's true. I can stand by that statement. Cheers. Yeah, smash the like button. Thank you guys so much. First announcement of the day. First announcement of the day. One sip of coffee. I'm ready to go. First announcement of the day. Have you drinking enough water today? Really, seriously, guys. I'm just like trying to be on top of myself. I'm trying to remind myself to drink enough water. Have you drinking enough water? I'm really encouraging you guys to embrace this water. It's like that's the movement on the third, right? Is control of your water, or is that control of your keys? I don't know. I'm just teasing. Yeah, drink a lot of water. I think as a nation, we're all chronically dehydrated. So just hang out while I drink this water for a second. Oh, so good to have water. Oh my goodness, clean water. That's a luxury. It's one of the things I was actually thinking about last. Yeah, proof of water. That's one of the things I was watching last night. Was just talking about the the shortage of clean water, the overpopulation, and I'm realizing it's very quickly becoming, even if we don't want to say it, even if you don't want to believe it's going to happen, there is a very quick growing divide between the haves and the have-nots. It's unfortunate, and yeah, I'll do a water ASMR video. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. I'll drink water in honor of those who do not have clean water. No water. Hashtag. There's a very quick growing divide, I think, between the haves and have-nots. That's why it's so important to really kind of pay attention to some of these technological changes and updates as they happen. I know we are all in different socioeconomic standings. I know some of you guys are in different places around the world. I know some of you guys are, maybe really struggling a lot more than others. And so I think it's important for us to remember that there is a very real potential for this technology to change a lot of people's lives, and for us to really recognize that the big picture is not tomorrow, it's not tonight, it's not short term, it's not looking at what's going to happen in Q1 of 2019, but really looking at what's happening long term as we see overpopulation's real, as we see shortage of natural resources is real, as we see that the evolution and adoption of a greater control scheme for monetary systems is real. And I can't say I can argue anything stronger than the fact that there is a very real power structure in place already. There's already a very real structure for the current regime, I could say, and I'm not trying to make it sound like a bad thing. I'm not trying to make a conspiracy theory video. I'm just trying to say that there's the powers that be have a incentive to maintain their power. And if you do not have, who cares about the laws? To throw it back to some of those OG quotes from the people who founded our country, I care not who makes the laws if I have control of the money. So when you think about if you really understand the economic principles in play and the geopolitical power structures that are happening around the world, there is nothing more important than us at least being part of this conversation. And I personally like to highlight XRP as the most prominently positioned digital asset or new monetary paradigm shift because of all the small things that add together to make it a perfect storm. But in reality, the big question isn't, the big question I think is more focused on who's going to be left behind for a minute. And there's a lot of people that are still so not embracing this change, or they don't understand what's happening, or they don't understand the reality of the digital revolution and where we're headed with the internet of value. And a lot of times, when you start talking about the internet of value and the digital revolution, it's almost too much. It just becomes like in a standard dinner conversation, it becomes boring and people tune out. It doesn't hold their attention long enough unless maybe you're really involved in the conversation in some way, or unless you have a financial, a foot in the game, I guess. So it's so hard to explain to people how quickly we are moving towards what's going to become automation, like a very simple power structure built around automation. And the artificial intelligence having machine-to-machine payments is one of the biggest changes that'll happen. Also, looking at the data aggregated by AI, looking at the data aggregated by AI, it's impossible for people to know how to use that data, right? it's one of those things that they've started to realize that they need AI. If you throw back to that, like, this is the truth revealed video I put together, truth revealed, like what's happening. There's a chance that artificial intelligence is going to be integral to us making sense of these huge clusters of data that single people and teams of people can't make sense of, can't put together. What happens when we start seeing, and this is throwing back to like some of the older videos when we first started getting into the space, talking about corporations, like the future of corporations. Because what is a corporation? It's really just it's a conglomeration of smart contracts. It's a nexus of contracts, right? So imagine what smart contracts are going to do to change everything. To think about a corporation that has no people in it. Think about a corporation that has no people in it. You could maybe, like, if it decides to go live, sure, you could buy shares of that corporation. But what's more important is to think about if you have a corporation of smart contracts focused on a singular goal, and if they are running a production line of machine-to-machine developments, like machine-to-machine payments, what are they going to use, and what is going to make the most sense? And this is where you can see, I think this is why you see like MIT and IBM and all these other big think tanks running the XRP nodes. I think that's one of the big things to look at, is recognizing that we're headed towards automation and machine-to-machine payments, and the fact that the micro payment function, the micro efficiency of any ledger, if any ledger can even come close to the efficiency that XRP has touched into with the transactions per second and the cost of sending, the cost of spending, the cost of moving money. That's big, and that's really integral to where we're headed. And the conversation could easily be focused on a million other things. You could say, like 589 Lambo could be the conversation but that's just focused on us, on our egocentric focus of how to benefit ourselves. And that's not going to be what makes it work. It's not going to take off because it's going to benefit us. Something's going to take off, and something's going to work because it provides a use case. I don't know what exactly you said, because I have the comments pretty far away from me. Crypto Dave, I think, said something about Elon Musk. And I think Elon Musk is definitely one of the people you can recognize, the OGs in the space. Elon Musk and Peter Thiel, throwing back to their creation of PayPal, recognizing this shift of the digital, recognizing the shift of this digital revolution taking place. They were the first ones to develop a form of money, a form of money you can use on the internet, and they created that easily with their imagination and with their focus on providing a service. So it wasn't really like they didn't decide like, I want to become rich. They decided like, we see a problem and there's a solution that we know we can build. And that's why they became rich. It wasn't because they didn't get paid billions of dollars by eBay because they, did anything to benefit themselves. They did something that benefited humanity in a sense, and it was something that humanity needed. And that was, I think, one of the first steps. If you wanted to look at like the arrival and the adoption of digital currencies, I think PayPal was one of the very first steps, because of not only the support of the industry that picked it up and bought them out and used them, but the fact that it became so integral and a stepping stone of how we exchange money on the internet. So, golly, so much just like kind of spinning up in my head yesterday and today, and I really was just realizing like there's a lot happening and there's a lot changing. People in Venezuela are struggling to have just any way to like hold value, or to send value, or to send money, or to be part of the ecosystem again. And you can see each one of these compartmentalized third world country nation states could be toggled on and off in a sense, and that's very dangerous. I think it's scary to think about how quickly you lose everything if the nation fiat that you are in plummets, the value plummets. You have no recourse of action. There's nothing you can do. Most people don't have alternative currencies, especially most poor people. They are very much fixed into their nation state economy. They do not have the option to buy out. And for the longest time, even if you did maybe have a few extra dollars and you wanted to buy into stocks or something, the possibility that you could even afford like one share of Apple is probably very low. So what changes too with the efficiency of these systems is the barrier of entry for people, anyone, no matter how impoverished they are. Is that a word? Impoverished. And no matter how poor they are, there's a very low barrier of entry for people to be able to take part in this changing conversation. So I just woke up yesterday. Like, I was not sleeping. I was just moving stuff. I was really busy all day, and I wanted to do a live stream again last night. In fact, I was chatting with Bones, and we were thinking about doing another live stream because I got the sound fixed. And I think I went to dinner because I just was like, I'm gonna go treat myself to dinner. I went and had some tacos. Land of the perfect taco. I don't know if you guys know this, but Austin, land of the perfect taco. It doesn't mean that there's actually one perfect taco here. It just means it's a good place to search for the perfect taco, because there's so many good taco trucks, good taco spots, good taco brick and mortar businesses. So cheers to that. However I got the epiphany, however I got the motivation to for my brain to like finally process and unlock this realization. It kind of hit me all at once. Like, no one's really looking at the big picture, and no one's looking long term at where we're headed and what's happening. You know, nation states like Venezuela that are losing their value, and they're plummeting as far as like how much you can even utilize those fiats for anything. Is scary to think about, and most people don't have an option to buy out. That's one of the things we actually talk about crypto, primarily, whether you're in XRP or Bitcoin Cash or EOS or whatever you're in, Litecoin. No option has ever been presented internationally for you to buy out. I mean, you could trade in Forex markets, you could play and trade in Forex markets, but then even at some point in time, for you to spend currency in your nation state, you have to trade back to the nation state currency that they're using. And that's kind of one of the things that's obviously flawed when you look at globalization and where we're headed. And what does that mean? Is there actually like a agenda? Is there an agenda, or is it just a natural evolution of the interconnectedness that we are all part of this planet and part of the same world and economy, etc.? The world economy, shall we say. So what is really happening out here? I just kind of woke up yesterday and realized, like, I'm so fortunate to have you guys. I'm so fortunate to have people tuning into the stream and being part of the conversation. I'm so fortunate to not only have you guys as support, but also just to have even me having the inkling of the epiphany that I had yesterday, realizing what's going on with long-term changes and long-term structural movements to society and the economy, and to how we're able to, for the first time ever, have an option to buying out of our nation state fiat. That basically means we have a vote for what we want to see prosper as far as building the future and building the currency that's building, not necessarily the currency, but building the future we want. We have a vote with our dollar. But at the same time, you have to realize that there is not really a lot of options for you to choose something other than what's most efficient. And that originally, like a year ago, whenever I used to be a little bit more of a Bitcoin head. A year ago, I was a little bit more maybe Bitcoin Cash focused, because I thought Bitcoin Cash was an improvement on Bitcoin. But then looking around, like, there's nothing more important than recognizing what's going to become the standard is what's most efficient. And what's most efficient, not for me, but what's most efficient for the system at large, for the whole system. So, I had to get that off my chest. How was that for a good morning for you guys? Man, I have not seen any of you comment your comments. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. 150 in the room. Smash the like button. Cheers. What's going on? Let's say hey. Let's say hey to everyone. Great Pate. Yo, what's up? Meowgi, Ahmed, Corey, Ziegelman, Chiz, May, David, Rolf, Richard, Lopez, Chelly, Fire. What's going on, Louis? Bob, Ticket to the Moon. Hello, Jalen. Good morning, fam. What's up, Jalen? Rob. Denny. Good to see you guys. XRP Maniac. Hello. Thank you guys for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Mr. Sid Vicious, my man, dude. Save some cinnamon for me, dude. Yo. El Barando. Hello. Smakayan. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for the support. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the sound glitched for a second. I had to move the sound driver over. Yo, Crypto Cougar, old time. Long time no see, old buddy, old pal. How's it going, everybody? You missed me. I missed you. Cheers. Welcome back. Does anyone think ADA could have bigger gains than XRP? Wow, that's a really hot question right now. Louis Marriott wants to know if ADA could have bigger gains than XRP. And as of right now, if you want to just go look at the basic assessment of what kind of is integral to recognizing and capturing value, I think is the circulating supply. So XRP's at 35 cents with 40 billion out. ADA's at 4 cents with 25 billion out in circulation. It's possible that ADA could have a really strong run, for sure. I'm not going to say bigger or better. Those are up to, so that's like a changing metric, I guess. It depends on what time frame and what ruler you're using to measure the change. As we've talked about before in the past, the measurements we take change when we change the way we measure them. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but if you like look at the world map and you have like a 1-inch ruler and you go around and measure a continent with a 1-inch ruler and you make that measurement, you're like, cool, it's however many inches or I decided to measure on this map. And then if you get a smaller ruler and you can actually fit that smaller ruler into all those little indentations around the continent, and then you measure it again, the measurement's different, right? So which one's real? Which one's the real measurement? And so inside what time frame are you looking at it being better? I don't know. That's a good question though. And I think there's a lot of potential in ADA. Charles Hoskinson is a very smart guy. I've been excited about their project for a minute, and I think that they are a little more open than XRP. Obviously is focused on a specific use case, and they've been building out that use case. ADA is very open to like creating a second-gen cryptocurrency, but they have decided to focus more on the sustainable economic model of their proof-of-stake system. So it's a different focus. Different focus for sure. Yeah, Ethereum's coming pretty close. I just saw Tony Vega. What's up, SK Jung? Happy New Year's. Mike Smith, thanks so much for joining Kraken Wars. Tony Vega just said, Ethereum looking to claim the number 2 spot. Sunday. Actually, it's not Sunday, but yeah, the number 2 spot coming in close. They're coming in pretty close to, like, what is it, 300? They're like 300 million away from pushing into that spot in number 2 on CoinMarketCap or CoinLive. Let's jump over here. Let's just say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. I'm looking at information and sharing it with you guys. Let's jump over to this other screen. You can see what I see. You can see what I see. 300 million difference between XRP and Ethereum right there on CoinMarketCap. Yep, it's closing in. I guess you could argue about the circulating supply, and you could say it's really 37 billion, and that seems fine too. Just you and me know. Just you and I know this. Anyone think it's going to be 30 cents? Been watching it. Pretty solid support at 35. Let's go pull up the candles, because you guys weren't looking at the candles when I was. Let's look at the 1 week. The 1 week window, XRP to USD tether, 1 week window, interesting. Let's change one of my. Let me change this. Boom. There we go. You guys like the moving average or the Bollinger Bands? I like Bollinger Bands. And stochastics? You like the stochastics, or do you like the moving average? Or let's see, RSI. Volume's good too, but let's take it back to the stochastics. Boom. Boom. Whoa. Okay, keep going. Benjamin Moss, hello. Live Coin Watch, cheers. Benjamin Moss, hello. Cisco Torres, grind. Proof of water, that's right. Crypto Dave, get up on that water grind. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Moan TV, JR, at most addicted to Minecraft. Hello, hello. Hello. I thought the corporations were people. Yeah, it's all about the sea in the forest. That's right, Crypto Dave. It's all about the forest. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. There's a couple things that I saw that were interesting to look at, but one of the things that I just saw bouncing around was Jungle putting up this tweet earlier today. Let me see if, are you guys going to be able to see this, or is it too high? Yeah, you guys can see that. Jungle Inc., my boy. Wow. That is super bullish thing to say. I'm going to have to guess Samyama or maybe Alexa Alexi Ub put this together. Let's see. Let's play a game. Who wrote this? Embrace it. Suffice to say, the demand for XRP can easily eke into the trillions, even quadrillions, which divided by 5 billion is many thousands of dollars per XRP. Why is it divided by 5 billion? Is that how many are? I don't know. I don't know. However dreamy and seemingly impossible these things are. Thank you so much, whoever sent me some tips the other day. I just realized I'm looking at my own window here. Thank you. A couple people sent me some tips yesterday or the day before. Thank you guys. Ellie, thank you, man. Jankies, thank you. Bolthon, thank you guys so much. And Dian Zalamin, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for tipping. Thanks for sending me some tips. So I saw this bouncing around Twitter. It's kind of popular. It's kind of popular right now. Hopium Power Up. Let's play the game. Who wrote this? Embrace it, guys. Embrace it. Suffice to say, the demand for XRP can easily eke into trillions, even quadrillions. I don't know who wrote it, and I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Suffice to say, something's happening. I like to get excited as well about trillions of dollars going into these markets. I think earlier in the year, it was easier to entertain that conversation. I think there was even some legacy investors talking about the crypto market in general hitting trillions of dollars. And if you go look at the crypto market right now, we are at 128 billion. So a little behind on that estimation. A little behind. So no big deal. Yo, what's up? Bill Gould? How are you? What's up, Kickboy? Hello, Sam, Teresa. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining. Smash the like button and tell me what's up with you. What are you guys doing for your last day of 2018? You got any big plans? Anything exciting happening for you? Yo. Love for Crypto wrote it. I wrote it. Malpass, what's up, man? How are you? Cheers, guys. Cheers, very true. I was just trying to catch up with some of your comments. Let's see what Miyagi's putting up something. Kickboy, responding to Kickboy, Miyagi says, I think it depends on clarity regarding each payment rail. This is true, and I think this is why we have seen Ripple specifically say in their last drop they're going to focus on the payment corridors that already have regulator clarity and picking up payment from those rails that are picking up use case in those rails. That's, again, the highlight of what they're going to be doing in the next few months, I believe. So it'll be instant depending on how long each partner has been piloting XRapid and have confidence in its utility. So yeah, looking at 2018 in review, we've seen a lot of stuff happen. The general conversation of crypto, again, has been very highlighted on the failings of crypto. But as they say this, and as this is the general highlight of the conversation, you can see a lot of different institutions have been piling in. Looking at this from yesterday, Bitcoin again outranking XRP and Ripple in the search terms on Google. And again, a lot of people really focusing on the general conversation of crypto, maybe are missing the specifics of what's been happening. Looking at the big partners building out corridors, looking at the big institutions joining and building custodial services, and looking at the XRapid solution actually going live in a commercial grade service for institutions to use. And imagine like the challenges in building a global liquidity pool. It's not the easiest thing to do. So, and we said this yesterday as well, the conversation will change drastically once the prices reflect something more along the line of their value and their utility, which right now they do not. And that's something, again, referencing the context around Miyagi's comment. Yes, they are highlighting the corridors that have regulator clarity. And we do know originally, if you look back at some of the stuff talking about XRP's use case, for specifically their use case in global payment rails. They originally highlighted them being most useful to the high risk corridors, and so there's again lower volume in high risk corridors, but that just means it'll be a snowball. It'll build momentum. It'll build support. It'll build legitimacy. And if it can be used effectively in high risk corridors to save money, then it only makes sense that in due time they will change to using this technology in the higher volume corridors as well. Once they pull everything together and make it's got to be working. You can't take your car on the highway if you didn't finish putting it together yet. That would be dangerous, and that'd be foolish of you to do. So cheers. Justin Macri, I really appreciate it, man. I feel smarter just from being here with you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And we're all here to learn together. We're here to learn together. Good to see you guys. What's happening with other stuff in the news? Can we start over the stream? I'm sure I missed something. You have to watch it from the beginning. So big stuff happening. I saw some people talking about this, and I know people are mentioning Visa. And this is, again, an old article, but I saw people pushing it around yesterday, and it's a good reread, a good catch-up, if you will. Visa steps closer to the business-to-business Connect launch, onboards new partners. This almost makes me have more questions about Visa's purchase of Earthport. I was reading this thinking like, oh, this is good. I was like, this makes sense. I was like, yeah. Tell me what you want, Visa. Tell me where you're going. And then I read the article, and it looks like they are trying to integrate into open source Hyperledger Fabric frameworks with the Linux Foundation to solve business-to-business high value payments. I think what's happening is people are recognizing how much. I think Stuart shared this yesterday into the zoo, and I saw it, and I was like, what this means is basically everyone just figured out that there is a lot of value in cross-border payments, and that market is hot. It's a hot market. So I don't know if this necessarily means that they bought Earthport to use XRP and use the RippleNet system, or they buy Earthport to kind of push out the competitor and take a greater share of the market of remittance services. If they're trying to use Hyperledger Fabric, though, Hyperledger Fabric framework does pair to the ILP. And again, when you look at some of this stuff, again, referencing some of the legacy investors in the way they approach stocks, usually you do one or the other. You're like, I'm gonna go with Google over, I don't know, actually that's not a bad example because they're both giants. You'd probably go with both, but I've referenced this in the past where like legacy investors in stocks usually kind of pick one or the other. Maybe they do double down and do both. What's interesting about crypto is that it's not so isolated. It's not siloed as much as some of these legacy systems. So when we talk about if Visa is working with XRP, or when we talk about if the ILP and Hyperledger Fabric and XRP are working with Visa, or if they're working with Google, or if they're working with Facebook, these again aren't just like one-to-one partners. They're not partnering just specifically to XRP. They're partnering through the ILP, which is again very open and interoperable for many different people to be able to function and work together. So Hyperledger Fabric framework, the ILP, and putting the ILP pairing to other coins as well. A lot of this comes down to like what's going to be most efficient. And I think when you look at right now, when you look at the corridors that are already open and running, in fact, if you look at Earthport and what Earthport does, Earthport basically creates a suite of services to provide this service for banks that want to send money today. So they could use XRP in the future when the clarity comes through for the corridor they're in. But if the corridor they're about to use does not have clarity, they will not use these new assets. They will not use them until that is a possible free and clear of penalty. So how about that? Catch me outside. Catch me outside. Okay. Grind was a mod like way back. Grind was like one of the first mods. Wow, just like a stream of blue. What's going on? Cheers. Thank you guys. Thanks, mod fam. I appreciate you guys. They're just keeping the streets clean. They're keeping the streets clean in here. You know what I'm saying? So interesting stuff to talk about. I know there's a lot of speculation about speculation about what's Visa doing, and I'm curious as well. This is again an old article as well. Barclays joins the CLS blockchain consortium in search of swift alternative. This is way old, a year and something old. But I do like this Phoenix. I saw this Phoenix right here, and this kind of ties into how short term our attention is, how short term our focus is. And what we're looking at mostly is day-to-day news, day-to-day updates, and this change is going to take a minute. What's this Phoenix doing? Why is that Phoenix on that sign? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Let's see. I sent myself some more things to look at here. This came out today. Some fresh news. Some poppin' fresh news. That's not a hotkey. Is it? Was that a hotkey and it just stuck? I don't get to hear these anymore unless I put headphones on. I want to hear the hotkeys too. Revolut gets Swiss IBAN. So Revolut expands globally. This comes at a time when Revolut is actively expanding worldwide. This kind of ties into the Google e-license video too. We talked about Google acquiring an e-license that allows them to compete with some of these other, like Revolut was one of the ones they named in that video. The company announced on December 13th that it has been granted a European banking license. So this is different than the e-license. They actually have a banking license enabling them to offer services typically provided by traditional banks, including full current accounts, direct debits, consumer and business lending, and overdrafts. So interesting to look at that. We did see Google just acquire their e-license, and they referenced Revolut as someone that had already done that, and I think had already taken on like 300 million customers or something from doing that. So that was pretty exciting to look at. Pretty exciting to look at. Yo honkies, who's Todd? You guys know Linux is using XLM, right? I've said before, I believe XRP and XLM have been working together secretly this whole time. Anyone else ever look into this? Wow, cheers, Jeremy Boss. That's a really good comment. And you are right. There has been speculation. In fact, I made a video in the past talking about the XRP and XLM possible secret partnership and how they could benefit. One of the things that you can look at is that those types of partnerships usually are beneficial when you look at evolving technologies, and when you look at new payment, maybe like new technologies that are being brought to market, and then being able to acquire more market by partnering together. So yes, I agree. I think that's a possibility. I just put those into the search terms for Google, and they're not more popular. They're kind of like right below. Kind of right below there. No big deal. So let's see. What did we find? We already looked at this. That was cool. Good deal. This is Darren Boxer sent this to me. So that was where I got the Barclays article. Cheers. Thanks for sending this over. It was a little old, but again, relevant and interesting to look at. So we can see that this is, again, a very, very long conversation. I think people are always so focused on the short term. They're like, man, tomorrow is going to be the day. Tomorrow, 589. And maybe there'll be something that happens day to day. Maybe later, you know what? I think I saw Ticket to the Moon's comment like right at the beginning whenever I was trying to set up the stream, saying something about going fishing. Maybe I should just go fishing today. I could just cancel the rest of my plans for the day and just go fishing and see if that works. Like I'll just go fishing in the Colorado River right down the street. And we'll see if that works for us. Because, last time that did seem to help. I'll just go I'll cast my line in, go boys, and we'll see what happens. Hey, Ronnie, get them fishing poles out of the shed. I'm just kidding. There's no one here. It's just me. Me. Oh, there's the intro. Back in the mountains chilling. What's happening? So, what are we thinking about for end of year? What are we thinking about for Bitcoin? I think I saw some people putting up some tweets that like Bitcoin is not going to make it to 100K by end of year. That's safe to say. That's safe to say. Someone I think was putting up some tweets trolling Bitcoin, saying, you know, Bitcoin end of year, Bitcoin end of year might not hit 100K, is what he said. And I was like, wow, yeah, no joke, guy. That's probably safe to say. Thank you so much. That's true. One of the bigger things too that come out today is the South Korea. Let's see if we can pull this over. South Korea ends year with 6 bills to regulate crypto industry. So looking at what we need for mass adoption is regulator clarity, and South Korea's top financial regulators have exclusively shared this news with Bitcoin News. Oh boy. Information about 6 cryptocurrency related bills that have been submitted to the National Assembly. There are 6 proposals made by the National Assembly members. However, there's no crypto-related bill submitted by the FSC to the National Assembly, so the Financial Service Commission. Now, each bill contains unique proposals for crypto regulation. All of them include clauses for user protection, such as damage compensation, prohibition of money laundering and market manipulation, use of non-public information, and disclosure requirements. And these actually sound like some pretty standard proposals that you would maybe expect to see come through for other territories and regions as well, including user protection. So again, looking at this is one of the bigger ones, I think. User protection, damage compensation is a big one, prohibition of money laundering, and prohibition of market manipulation. So those are important, I think, and the sooner we can see those be pushed through in other regions is how quickly we'll see those high volume corridors pick up and be used as well. So that's pretty much what I think is important to recognize. It's a very slow process, this development. Users have been hacked. So the bill presents that with the rapid rise of crypto transactions, users have been hacked and investment fraud has been increased due to multi-level sales, noting the lack of definition for virtual currencies and regulation for virtual currency transactions in the current law. Again, this is something that we've talked about before, how regulatory bodies are usually very reactive and not very preventative. That's why we talk about artificial intelligence sometimes being so dangerous, because we cannot reactively turn back and regulate AI. But either way, looking at interesting stuff here, registering with the FSC. FSC, you want a hotkey? Hello, mod fight, police state. Earthport partner is a prop to get in bed with Ripple, says Jake. Okay, yeah, I believe it. What's up? Hey, yo, cheers, happy new year. Whoa, William May, thank you so much. I just saw that. William May, thank you, man. I appreciate your super chat, dude. And I did not change the settings yet, so it did not read that out loud. It should. I'll go fix that. I'll promise I'll fix it. I'll make it read anything above $1. KFN, the richest crypto monk. Good morning. Good morning, William May. I really appreciate it, dude. Cheers. Life was good when crazy South Koreans were pouring billions into crypto. Yeah, that's true. They're very popular. Crypto is very popular over there. Yo, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining. Yeah, smash the like button. Join the stream. Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Marlon Rays. How are you today? Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you guys are feeling well. Hope you guys are having a good last day of the year. So much happening out here. What's up, Ashley? Hello. Cambo, Vision, Corey, Ziegelman. How is everyone doing? Thanks, guys, for joining. Backed is a good sign. So, yeah, backed. Good sign. Almost New Year in Netherlands. Bull run is coming. How is 2019? I haven't reached it yet. Yeah, who's already in 2019? Where are you at? Is it New Year's right now? Like, should we be celebrating? Should I like put on some like dance music or something? Like, no, you guys aren't gonna hit the club later. You guys like hotkeys? You guys like them honkies? Ow. Can you guys hear the sound for that, for those hotkeys? Is the sound for the hotkeys there? I'm just making sure because like I've been playing with all the sound stuff. That's a good question. Ticket to the Moon, that's a really good question. Is there a specific time zone that we're waiting for?
Happy
Is there
New
a specific
Year.
time zone that we know when it's the end of the year so everything can just pop off all at once? Kickboy's a time traveler now. He says he's from 2020. He's not from there. He is there now. Too much snare. Too much. I got a disease. The only cure, more cowbell. I got a disease. The only cure is more cowbell. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Is the sound coming through for you guys? Is it reading that stuff to you? I feel like it's not reading it to me. Thank you so much, Silhouette Park fam. I really appreciate the super chat, dude. Happy New Year as well to everyone. Hope you guys are feeling well. Too much snare. Super reverby is the hotkey reverby. Let me try to check up. We're echoing hotkeys. Okay, that's cool though. Hotkeys are echoing. Why not? Why is this not working? Why is the sound not coming through for me? I want sound too. Yes. Yo, what's up, Joe? I'm in the new pad. This is my spot. This is my new spot, bro. Fireworks all day long. New Zealand is far ahead. I think it's September 2019 over there. Yo. Bro, that's sick. Did you change that hotkey? No, it's just the echo, and I just made the sound come through for you guys. Basically, I changed the audio bus, internal audio bus, to where it comes straight to you instead of coming through my speakers and through the mic. So, there you go. There you go. There you go. So, yeah, okay, what were you talking about? Fireworks all day long. Okay, Bill Gould says, do you think the U.S. will consider what other countries are using as regulations or go another way? I think the U.S. has already kind of decided what they're going to do, honestly. I think that they already know what they're doing as far as the regulation of these assets, and I think that they're just kind of like dragging their feet because there's kind of like a moment of catalyst. I'm not going to say the U.S. has that much control, but if they decided to push through some type of change for the global reserve currency, I think they would probably do it at the same time as they updated the regulation around the currencies. Again, creating possibly a little bit of a gray area for a minute or for a month or two. I don't really imagine necessarily too much happening as far as them like replicating other regulations. I think that they already probably have those in mind. I think they already have it kind of developed. But as we were talking about the other day, I think that there's a lot more happening than just the regulators dragging their feet. I think that when you have an emergence of this whole global payment rail, there's a lot of different checks and I's to dot and T's to cross. So what does that really come up to look like? It looks like we have no idea how long we'll be waiting for them to say go. It's interesting that if and when you're looking at like international payment processors like Visa pushing the use of some of these bigger remittance services, if they're using Hyperledger, if they're using ILP, if the ILP and XRP need to have clarity for it to be used by those institutions, there's probably a lot of discussions that we don't even have access to, that we're not privy to, and even the smartest minds of the times making speculation about where we're headed is a lot of assumptions. So there's a lot of assumptions taking place, and we don't know, and we're always the last to know, it seems like, because again, the announcements and news are so reactive. They're after the fact, and if you look at just traditionally, a lot of news is just noise. It's not really the best investment advice, or you don't really get a lot of investment information from the news. Usually that good information comes from being part of the inner circle of the people making the actual decisions. So there's obviously people that probably know what's happening and what the clarity looks like and what it'll manifest as in the system, but that doesn't necessarily give us any new information. It's still the same information we had yesterday. We are wondering and waiting and looking at the time frame for ourselves. I'd love to know. I love these live chats. We could use a new tune for 2019, like a new intro song. I still have fireworks from the 4th. We should all buy an island. Let's do it. You know what? We could all just meet up in Fortnite instead. Fortnite's got islands. You guys ever like islands? Oh man. Let's see. It's 2:30 a.m. 1/1/2019 here. Whoa, Silhouette Park fam is already in the 2019. Guys, he's from the future. Tell us, sir, is it 589 there? Tell me, sir, is it 589 there? Illegal fireworks all over the place. New Year's resolution, become Batman. Bro, you can't steal my resolutions. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Exactly. Don't shoot your guns in the air. No one ever wants to be Robin. You know what? When I was a kid, I wanted to be Robin. I was like, Robin's the best. I think it was like because of one of those Batman movies where Robin was like doing the laundry and like doing kung fu while he was doing the laundry. I was like, that is so cool. And then I wanted to do laundry for the first time in my life. 2019, The Dark Knight Rises. Yo. You guys think I should start think I should start rolling through town in my Batman outfit? See how cool I am then. What is the proof of keys effect on XRP? Well, the proof of keys is really just a great way to kind of inform people of how important it is for them to take control of their private keys. I don't think it's going to have any specific effect on any one coin. If you hold any coin in an exchange, then obviously you don't have control of the private keys. So, good question. Good question. I don't think it'll have too much of an effect. Maybe it will. It depends on... no, I don't think it will. It'll have no effect. I take it back. No effect. What about when Trump said we're going to be all on the same playing field? That's a good reference. Mario's referencing a moment Trump said that we will all be on the same equal playing field, and I think that's what we can talk about when we see the global emergence of a payment rail. Again, if you look at, I think it was the One World Currency video I did months back, talking about, and again, the reference to one world currency is not necessarily just one currency, but just a new standard of digital currencies and the ability for them to be transacted across borders. That is something that maybe Trump knows about. Maybe Trump's an XRP holder. Maybe he's been stacking his bag and he's waiting for, maybe he's watching the stream right now. Cheers. Hope you have a good day. Kung Fu, I had inside information, totally legit. Tonight, we're going to hit 3589. 3589 tonight. Where are we at right now? We're at 3553. So yeah, that's possible. That's real possible. I could say I could see that happening. Louis Marriott is asking about R3 live on January 1st. I was for a minute really kind of excited about January 1st R3 Corda settler app going live, but when I went back and looked at some of the information around it, I could not find any information to support that date. I could not find that date anywhere, and I thought I had found it, and I'm not sure if they changed the article and they pulled that date out, or if I misread it. I'm not sure. If anybody can find the information about that, I'd love to know more. I do think that I originally saw it as going live January 1st, but whenever I went back to look at it, I could not find anything about that. I think December 5th, whenever they announced it, when they came out on December 5th with the announcement, is when I saw the only date I could find. The only date I could find about it was December 5th. So, and they just said they're launching it. So I don't know if that's actually even live January 1st, like I thought. I'm hoping that I can find the information about that. But I couldn't. So good. Cheers. I hope you guys can help, or if not, then we're just wondering. We're wondering. It's huge. That's Yugo. Proof of keys will be a test for exchange liquidity. That's possible. I definitely think there's a possibility that if you don't have your tokens off the exchange, you should just do that anyway. Get them onto a cold storage wallet solution you like. And possibly there could be a liquidity shortage for exchanges, but that might not do anything other than, like, if there's less liquidity, I just swallowed a yawn. If there's less liquidity, it just means that there's more volatility. And that doesn't necessarily mean a good or bad thing. I mean, it means if there's more volatility because there's less liquidity in the market for all the exchanges, that means a really big buy could send the price up and a really big sell could tank the price back down. So that doesn't necessarily scream anything definite to me. It just screams the possibility that people, one, should definitely have access or control of their private keys. If they don't really have those funds. If your funds are on the exchange because you're trading them, then that's just because you're trading. That's just the way it goes. So not really sure how that will affect the liquidity of the exchanges. You know, that's a good question. Yo. You mean to turn the volume up a little bit? How about now? I'm like peaking on my audio meter. I'm peaking right now. So Pride Dip, thank you so much for tuning in and telling me I'm too low. Do whales usually dump end of December and pump beginning of January? Then a correction's a small window to sell some XRP, not all, just enough. Jean Le Palme says, do whales usually dump end of December and pump beginning of January? I was talking to someone the other day and they were talking about how crypto is going to be in a rough spot for the next few months because of just the end of year. No one's buying end of year, etc. But I think that like the Chinese New Year is about to happen, and I think that's when there was like a spike last year because of the Chinese New Year. And that's one of the things too. It's interesting is like it might be a time when people don't buy in December because of Christmas in the United States, but that's not what happens on the other side of the planet. On the other side of the world, it's not Christmas. It's a totally different belief system, totally different creation story. In fact, do you guys know that China has a different year than us? You guys know that, right? Like we all agree on the Western year just for us all to like do business with each other. But you guys know there's like 2 different agreed upon years in China. That's right. Not just one different year. Like it's not just a different year in China from us. There's people that have a disagreement about what year it is. And there's like different creation stories and different timelines and historical timelines that go back to different dates and different, parties, different camps, different parties believe it's a different date in China, a different year entirely. So yeah, that's pretty interesting to see. It's pretty interesting to see. Crypto New Year's party with KFN. What about Kung Fu XRP prediction to 20K? Bro, I already told you it's 20K right now in the Bolivarian Bolivar or whatever. There's a bunch of currencies that are so devalued right now that XRP is worth 20K in their currency right now. And in fact, that's one of the things we talk about when we make jokes about price predictions is what kind of metrics are we pairing the price to? How skewed are the metrics when we're pairing fixed supply currencies to inflatable or inflationary currencies? So the natural inflationary quality of the US dollar paired to XRP as a fixed supply currency, that's pretty interesting to look at. So pretty interesting to look at. Please Moon, been waiting since May. Bro, you and me both. You and me both. Yeah, Miyagi just basically said what I was thinking. Thank you so much for saying it. Everyone takes their coins off the exchanges and then there's a massive pump and people panic back in. I was thinking that too. That'd be kind of funny. Again, taking all the coins off the exchange is great, but also if there is a massive pump and then you have to put them back on to sell. That's interesting to think about. So what really happens there? What really could happen? I'm not going to say there's a massive pump on January 3rd, but if it did happen and you took all your coins off the exchange, that'd be rough. That'd be rough. Cheers. I don't know. You have to decide for yourself, I guess. You have to decide for yourself. Yes, thank you so much for reminding me, Jack Levy. Thank you for reminding me, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Cheers. Let's hit a honky. Honkies for you.
Questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind. You blind.
That is what I just said.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
Boom. Regulators be like. Regulators be like. Yo, hey, thanks. Louis, I appreciate it. Trying to figure out the whys and wins is tricky. Thank you, Bill Gould and Louis. I really appreciate you guys' support. Cheers. Let's see. I'm going to answer a few more questions, and we just broke over an hour, so we're just kicking it. We're kicking it now. We're going to kick it for a few minutes and see what's happening. Maybe we'll just live stream all day. What do you guys think about that? Anybody think that's a good idea? Whew. I'd have to, like, make breakfast and, like, stuff, but, yeah, I'd have to make breakfast. I could eat cereal, I guess. I don't have to make anything if I make cereal for myself. I could just chill on stream all day. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see if this 5.8. Woo! Let's see if 5.89's gonna happen. Yeah, let's see if 20K happens in one day in the stream. Let's see. Good thing though, it makes you think twice before selling. KFN, do you think having your XRP on liquidity provider like Bitstamp is safe? Well, that's a good question. G Money, XRP. I'm gonna go ahead and say that safety is not a word I would use with any exchange. I wouldn't say your funds are safe on any exchange or any market maker or liquidity provider. If they're on the exchange, then you are at the mercy of that exchange and whatever they decide to do, as far as honoring your account and honoring your actual funds. So, yeah, cheers. I don't know if I'd say it's safe, but it's it's what it is. It's on there. You could trade it. You could trade it up and down. If you want to talk about safe, I'd say put them on your cold storage wallet, which you can get in the description. Link in the description. Jean Lepalme says, I have another question. If CoinMarketCap adjusts the real market cap of XRP, would it help or cause for new investors to throw themselves in the ring? I'm not sure if that adjustment would matter too much. It might be argued about. It might be up or down as far as who perceives that as good or bad. I think some people, especially because a majority of the BTC and LTC and a majority of the Ethereum crews possibly will be looking at how to throw FUD at the situation. I don't think that they're not going to be big supporters for that. So that would probably upset some people. It might benefit and like intrigue people that are new to the conversation, and they might be like, wait, what just happened? Or it might be interesting for, obviously, the XRP army to maybe feel like, yeah, take that, Bitcoin. We're closing in on your market cap, and you can't do nothing about it. But I don't know if it would do much other than, like, just cause more speculation, in a sense. Because it's just a projected metric. It's just like the measurement rant I had earlier in the stream, talking about what we measure, the measurements we make changes when we change the way we measure them. I'm not sure what that would do. Not sure at all. Yo. All day live stream. Bro, we need live coverage till 589. That might be a while. I don't know if I don't know. That sounds like a long stream. Yo, yeah, it's true. Didn't realize that was a thing. Like when you left it open the other day. Yeah, that was my bad. You know what? I thought I was on a call and I thought it was going to take a little less time than it did. So I turned the stream on and I was like, I'll just turn the stream on and then I'll be done in like 10 minutes. And that's usually how long it takes for me to roll the intro and the song and all that stuff. And then 10 minutes went by and I was still on a call. Ugh, it was rough. I felt for you guys. I was like, oh man, I probably should have joined you guys in the chat, like, yo, but I was busy chatting, not with you guys. Kung Fu Nerd. I believe the bear market will continue for a while because this is a new market. Plus regulations, plus production will come slowly to start. Your thoughts? ? Bill Gould, my man, dude, how did you get to be so smart? Where'd you learn the way of the crypto? Bill Gould is right. I am excited about any possible movement or catalyst or pickup in price and some volume and speculative investments. But again, you must recognize how long we've been in a bear market and how it looks. If you're not in it, or if you're not educated about where this is happening, or if you're not tuning in and kind of checking out the conversation, then you are probably very reluctant to take any of this seriously. So I believe we will likely experience a continued bear market as well until we see utility paired to the coins. We will not see utility paired to the coins until we have regulator clarity. So as much as you'd think like there's not too much going on as far as like news, there is always a little bit of news here and there. There's always a little bit of news here and there, and I think honestly there's like little updates that kind of keep us moving along. There's little updates that kind of like keep us kind of like hinting at like breadcrumbs of where we're headed, but I don't necessarily know if we'll experience anything like until some big announcements are done, until some big news comes through. So that's interesting to look at. I love you guys. I'm going to go troll someone for a minute. Okay, go do that. Great Pate asks if I will come join you in BK stream. I don't really go to Burger King anymore. I mean, Burger King's just like kind of like trashy to me. You know, I don't think I've eaten at Burger King since God, I was like so young. Anybody even eat at BK anymore? Who even goes to BK? I mean, if I'm gonna go get some fast food, especially here in Austin, I definitely go to P. Terry's. P. Terry's is way better. P. Terry's the best. But if I'm like out traveling, like if I go like out of the local cool area and I don't have any P. Terry's or like, you know, local burger places to go to, I'm definitely going to go In-N-Out. Definitely going to go McDonald's. Like McDonald's, In-N-Out, way better than BK. BK is just like a horrible place. I mean, maybe you like it. Maybe you like Burger King. I just never liked Burger King. They just have like weird chunky things in their meat, and it's like there's a lot of like weird vibes there, and it's just kind of weird. I feel like I'm dirty. I feel dirty just being in there, and that's how I feel in BK, and that's just how I feel in. That's how I feel. Crypto Comedy Club actually is like, dude, I like Burger King. Shut up. Yeah, Chelly Fire. I was not sure if they even knew what Whataburger was, but here in Texas we got a place called Whataburger. Whataburger is way better than BK for sure. Nah, Comedy Club, nah, foo. I'm sorry if you like BK. That's cool. I'm not trying to throw shade at your BK. Actually, I'm totally throwing shade at your BK. Yo, backed. We got delayed again. Oh man, you're right. Let's go check that out. Where am I? I'm gonna have to pull that up. Jed Mccaleb's interview with Yahoo Finance article. That sounds lit. Let's do that. I'll go check that out. This is becoming a 2-hour live stream real quick. This is becoming a 2-hour live stream. Wow, this is cool. Let's check this out. Crypto pioneer Jed Mccaleb. Most financial institutions are not going to use Bitcoin. Well, that's pretty spot on, Jed. That's pretty spot on. I agree. 2018 was an ugly year for cryptocurrency value. Bitcoin fell 74%. Ether fell 84%. XRP fell 84%. Nonetheless, the believers hold on. Who are the believers? Who's believing? Oh, wait, that's us. Oh, wait, that's us. Talk of crypto. So talk to crypto enthusiasts who have been in the space for years, and you'll hear the same refrains about 2018. The price of the asset isn't what matters most. Crypto startups are building tools for the future. It's still early days of crypto, just like the first era of the internet, and so on. And I think we've made references. I've seen Alicio OBB. I've seen the Alicia Ob. I've seen Alicia Ob talk about this after I mentioned it. Thinking about Amazon in the 90s. Amazon in the 90s sat at like $10 for years. No one would touch it. They were like, this is a horrible idea. No one's going to buy books off the internet. And then now Amazon just delivered me some sweet batteries. I just got some battery. I needed batteries, and I just bought like a huge pile of batteries off of Amazon Prime. Got them delivered next day to my door. Not even books. I didn't even buy books. I bought batteries. And what was crazy is I went to Target. I was at Target the other day I was doing my move. I've been moving. Oh, just had to sit up and stretch. I was moving. I've been moving. I had to buy some new things. I wanted new stuff. I was like, I don't want this old stuff. This old stuff is trash. I was like, it's not really trash. I want new stuff. I don't want to look at old things. I want new things. And I'm also I have a whole video about it. I moved into a tiny house, so I'm trying to consolidate, minimize. I was at Target looking at some stuff, and whenever I go shopping, I just take my phone and I just like pull up stuff on Amazon. Hey, look. Hey, thank you, Adam Kilpatrick. Thank you so much. I just received your tip on XRP Tipbot. I appreciate it. That's right, Adam Kilpatrick. Thank you. Let's hit a hotkey for all of you guys. Hotkeys, and then we're going to talk about Target. Yeah, so thinking about shopping in real time, you're out there walking around. I always pull up my phone and I just like look at the prices of things on Amazon, and if it's even like $5 less, I'm like, well, why would I buy it right now? I can get it tomorrow $5 less. You buy 20 things, $5 less, it's $100. So I was at Target walking around looking at stuff, and I was like, nope, cheaper on Amazon. Nope, cheaper on Amazon. Nope, cheaper on Amazon. Except for like maybe some big things like furniture or something, and maybe you can get those easier at Target. I don't know. But looking at how far Amazon's come, look at how far they've come since the 90s. It's been a minute. It's been a while, and that built slowly. You're looking at the rate of adoption continually increasing. It's interesting to look at this conversation. Obviously, if you're a crypto enthusiast, you've been saying this for a minute. Some people are crypto enthusiasts from OG days. OG crypto enthusiasts. Like they go back to 2015, 2016, 2014. The people that have been around long enough know that one, they're probably in the green right now. If you bought in at the beginning of this year at all-time highs, then you're probably wondering like, when can I recoup my losses? But if you bought in years ago and you've just been in it since then, you're probably sitting pretty. You're sitting pretty. Nice! Now, this is, again, the conversation we've been seeing for a minute. Startups are building tools for the future. It's still the early days of crypto, just like the first era of the internet and so on. So one such evangelist is Jed Mccaleb. We know Jed Mccaleb. He was the co-founder and the early and infamous Bitcoin exchange Mt. Gox. So I don't know if you guys know that, but Jed Mccaleb was the co-founder of Mt. Gox, which originally Mt. Gox was a Magic the Gathering exchange. Do you guys know that? It originally was for trading Magic cards. That's probably why the security was so shite. No big deal. Mt. Gox blockchain for banks startup Ripple and the tokenization protocol Stellar. So he also was one of the guys that started Ripple. He was one of the founders. So he has a huge pile of XRP, and he's also the person that forked. Basically, he pulled away from Ripple Labs and launched his own protocol Stellar, in association with the cryptocurrency XLM, so Stellar Lumens. And we've talked about them before in the past and like picked up some of the news around them as they've made some big announcements for themselves moving forward with like a couple of their big partners. And I know people that are kind of like in crypto that are more willing to entertain the conversation of XLM being used over XRP because they just like to demonize XRP. But anyway, let's move on. Let's see what he says. Jed Mccaleb spoke with Yahoo Finance by phone about the year in cryptocurrency and why he refuses to call the price pullback in 2018 a bear market. What follows is an edited transcript. So he refuses to call it a bear market. That's interesting. Let's start with Stellar's acquisition of Chain. How is the integration going, and how does it fit amid the popular Wall Street narrative of blockchain without Bitcoin? Banks and financial institutions creating closed private blockchains for their own use. Is that hype fading? That's the thing, too, is if you look at banks and financial institutions creating closed private blockchains, that's not really a thing. A closed private blockchain is really just a closed private database. And if you go and talk about databases, that's just what we've had databases forever. There's nothing new or exciting about a database. In fact, there was one of the things that R3 got in trouble about was that they decided to try to call themselves a blockchain consortium, and then you look at the R3 ledger is actually just a private database. So it's interesting to think about. Anyway, Jed Mccaleb, one of the biggest motivations for chain in the first place was that these private permission chains only get you so far. Hey, look, what, Jed, smart. You need to have a public network. I think it's true for most financial institutions are not going to use Bitcoin, but in my mind, what blockchain gives you is a public record that everyone can see, but they can't change it. So parties can transact even if they don't know each other. So you still need a public chain. It doesn't need to be the Bitcoin blockchain. But if it's not a public chain, then you're missing the point. Thank you, Jed. Thank you, Jed. Everybody kind of lumps this whole industry into one big bucket, but really they're all different protocols and they're all tailored for different use cases. There are some things Bitcoin's good at and some things Ethereum's good at, some things Stellar are good at, and some things XRP is good for. I just added that in. None of them can do all the things well. That's just not how the software works. So what is Stellar good at? Stellar is really good at cross-border payments and tokenizing value in any type. So if you want a universal payment network, you should probably use Stellar. Yahoo Finance, interesting shout out for Stellars. Shout out for the XLM. In the rest of the cryptocurrency world now, there's a big push for tokenizing different things. And now there's the stablecoin hype. And Stellar has been sort of doing this all along. We just weren't calling it that. Cryptocurrencies are way down in 2018. And where and how does the bear market affect business for Stellar? It's funny that people say crypto's down. Jed says, in my view, it's still way up. It's down from its peak, but on the whole, it's way, way up. We don't focus on the price that much. It doesn't matter to us too much. And he's actually just kind of reflecting exactly what I just said before I even read this whole article. Wow. Wow. No. Save your applause for later. No. Save your applause. No, please. No, it's fine. It's not me. Obviously, other smart people. It's just common knowledge, guys. Just common knowledge, okay? Common knowledge. When the prices are up, it does mean more people are interested if you have the cash to do more things. What do you see? Next question. What do you see as the general temperature in the crypto industry right now beyond just the price? You've been in the space since 2009. If you take a step back, what do you take away from the past year, from the past few years? And Jed says, it's been super interesting. It has grown way more than I think we originally anticipated, or at least quicker. It's amazing to me how hype-driven it is now. So that's interesting, and I think that's really kind of a big tell-all for where we are and what's been happening is looking at that right there. The whole thing has been really a longer conversation than just this year. If you look at just this year as a correction or as a drop, then yes, obviously you're like, well, there's a little bit of a drop, a little bit of a correction. But if you think about, it's been super interesting. It's been way more than we originally anticipated. So maybe part of the reason that we're in this not bear market, as Jed calls it, is because we had such a strong run up at the end of last year. End of last year, beginning of this year was so much hype and FOMO driven. It really pushed us to these all-time highs that just make it look like we are now in a really long bear market. But if you take away some of those all-time highs, like if you just clip them out and round them over, then clip them out, round them over, then it looks good. We're still up. We're still up in the year. For most coins, I think we're not up in the year actually, but we're up in 2 years. So in the 2 year time frame, we're still up. We're seeing positive momentum and positive price trajectory. So good article. Thank you so much. That was a good little pop out. Crypto pioneer Jed Mccaleb. Most financial institutions are not going to use Bitcoin. That's kind of, we know that. We know that for sure. So cheers for that. Cheers for that. That was good. That was a good read. Thank you so much for putting that in there. Thanks for sharing that, man. What's going on with you guys? You guys have been chatting up for a minute. La 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 la. Jake, I feel ya. What's Jake feeling? What is Jake feeling? Yeah, Louis says, I haven't watched BK, Burger King in a while. And Jake said, you didn't miss much. That's pretty much the way I think everybody's feeling. I think everybody's kind of realizing where that show's going. Deer bruh. Silhouette Park Farm, thank you, man, for making me laugh. I appreciate it. Yo, you guys ever heard of that deer bruh? Deer bruh. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with some of your comments. You guys are way down here. Way down here. You are so welcome. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Voted best burger. Jeff Bezos lost like 53 billion this year. LOL. Imagine that if that was in XRP on a nano and the password was forgotten. Crypto Comedy Club, you're funny. That was actually, I think someone like CZ was saying something about Jeff Bezos could take us out of a bear market real quick if he just bought some Bitcoin and some XRP. I don't know if he decided to do that or not. And maybe he's still thinking about it. Tom Atlanta says that he saw an article about Amazon possibly looking to buy Target stores. That would be a good move to get more physical stores. That's cool. I would not be surprised at all. I think that they're pushing through more of those every day, those actual physical Amazon stores. Someone need to go back to the future and tell us prices to expect. Nice. Good one. Crypto Comedy Club. I like it. Cheers. All right, well, let's see. We've been streaming for an hour and a half now, and I was only going to do an hour. I was just going to try to catch up and say what's up to you guys. Cheers and holiday greetings. Happy New Year. All the good things. Unless you guys have anything else to talk about or to chat about, or if you have anything else that is exciting that you want to throw up. Let's see. Imagine investing $10,000 at 8 cents. You don't compare recent lows to all-time high. More accurate to compare yearly lows. Yes, we fly high is very right. That's a great point. Thank you so much. You don't compare recent lows to all-time highs. It's important to compare yearly lows. So cheers. That's good stuff. When it comes to success of crypto, any lurkers, hit the like button. What are we at? I don't even know how many likes we have. Smash the likes, fam. It means a lot. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in the stream. It's really good to be here. It's good to see all you guys. Let's see. What's going on in the stream right now? Whoa. So we need some likes. Smash the like button. I really appreciate it. We had like, I think 160 people in here. So we should have like at least 100 likes smashed. Smash the like button. What's up with all the lurkers? What's up with all these like non-liking lurkers? Who are these people? What do they have to do other than like a stream? What are you even doing with your life? Ripple Rob says, I bet Jed will sell his interest in XLM in the next 2 years. He doesn't stay to see that vision through. He only builds it to sell it. If he did build it to sell it, I don't know. I don't know if it would do as well. I think a lot of projects usually kind of fall off after they lose their leader. Maybe he's not the leader. Maybe he's just handing over the reins to someone. But Ripple Rob, you're right. That could be possible. He doesn't seem to stick through too many projects. His Mount Gox was definitely a rough entrance into the field. G Money says, take a break and come back later. You guys think we should do a stream later? You guys want to do a stream right after Burger King gets done? I wish a healthy, happy, and prosperous new year to you all. I as well. I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day, a beautiful rest of your new year. Kickboy says, let's game and stream. Bro, what game are you? You want a game? You want a Fortnite, bro? You have a game cast? Oh my goodness. That is so funny. That is so funny. Hit the buttons. Flick that gosh dang like button. Thank you so much, Scarbados. Yeah, maybe Kickboy, if you want to stream a game, bro, let me know. I'm down. Gamecast. Happy New Year. Now go fishing. All right, I'm going to go fishing. We'll see what that does for the price. We'll see if we can get some sweet popping Kung Fu. Do you have a Discord group? Yes, I do. I have my own personal Discord group. I need to probably go in there and clean it up. Let me go. I need to probably make sure it's not like a raging mess in there. Where is my Discord? I like have a Discord link, I think, up in the description, and if not, I can just drop it in here. But I always go in there and I'm like, oh man, I need to clean this up. No, it looks pretty clean. Looks like only the cool elite people are in here chatting. Yeah, let's see, KFN chat. Let's see, is this the Discord? Yeah, public chat. Yeah, I have a public Discord. I have a private Discord as well. Private Discord is only for people that are on the Patreon. If you join the Patreon, the public Discord the link should be in the description. Let me look. I think the public Discord has a link. Let's see. Equipment, sources, groups, join. I guess it's not in there. Let me put this one. I'll put it right here. Join my public Discord, and I'll put this. Okay. I'm not in there that much, and I don't really save it that much. Or I guess I don't go in there and like make sure it's not too crazy. So I need to make sure I'll check in there and make sure it's not getting out of control. I don't want anybody to be spamming anything in there. But I just added it to the description of this video. So it should say all the way down under groups, there is a join my public Discord. I have a Facebook group that's also a crypto Facebook group. It's called Bitcoin Investor Exchange. It's just titled Bitcoin Investor Exchange because people think of crypto usually as Bitcoin, so don't let that bother you. Oh wow, you guys already have it. There you go. Pasted Discord link. Thank you so much, Chellfire. I really appreciate it. You are spot on. Thank you so much. Cheers, you're amazing. Chelly, what would I do without you? Yeah. Kickboy, dude, if you want to throw down some Fortnite, bro, I might be down for that. And if you guys want to add me on PlayStation, my username is Hara. Hara. It's like this. Yeah, don't even be on Facebook. Facebook's horrible. There's my PlayStation username. Cheers. Thank you guys so much. I'm really, really, really appreciative of all of your support and all of your encouragement and to show up in the stream. And I really hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. If I end up getting onto a game stream later with Kickboy, or if I end up doing a late night stream later just to close out the year, maybe I will see you again. But if not, I will see you guys next year. I'll see you guys next year. Same time, 9:45 a.m. Standard Central Time. If I didn't have to work, I would play Red Dead 2. You know what, Chelly? We've never made our posse. We should make that posse. We need to roll through and posse it up. So that sounds good. Let's do it. Let's do the posse. Kung Fu Nerd, check out the CoinDesk tweet that just came out. Is it like keep the stream going? Check it out. Or is it like check it out later? Should I go check it out right now? Check out CoinDesk tweet that just came out. I guess I'll go check it out right now. I'm gonna go check it out. Let's see what's happening on Twitter. Let's see. Nice. Yes. Oh man. What just happened? Number 4, XRP Army. You don't want to mess with the XRP Army. Advancing the interests of the second largest cryptocurrency is a group of ardent supporters on a FUD fighting warpath to build the IOV. That is awesome. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Wow, look. TCP/IP is to the internet as XRP is to money. Whoa. Whoa. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cheers. That's a good tweet. I appreciate that. I'll retweet that. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you all. You're beautiful and amazing. Hope you have a great rest of your year, and I will see you guys next year. Have a great day. Until next time.
Brought to you by
No! No!